Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com and welcome to another installment of Cooking with Grass-Fed Beef. Today we're doing ribeye steaks. So I'm calling this steakhouse steak because I'm going to show you some steakhouse tricks. And with nice steaks like this, you don't want to do too much. By the way, these are from Normanton Farms, grass-fed beef. These ribeye steaks normally run between 10 and 12 ounces, I'd say. It's a good average size, about 1.25 to 1.5 inches thick. And like any frozen steak, you want to thaw them gradually in the refrigerator for a couple days. You want to make sure you pat it very dry, see there's no surface moisture on there. And then you're going to let it sit and come to room temperature for at least 20-30 minutes. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here for our steakhouse steak is something called a hotel butter, also known as a compound butter. Sometimes it's called a beurre maitre d'hotel if you want to get all French on somebody. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple tablespoons of softened butter, just room temperature, half a clove of garlic, you don't need too much, and then we're going to chop up some fresh parsley, a couple tablespoons. So this is a really simple version. Some of them have shallots in it and other herbs. I like to keep it really simple, so I just have butter, garlic, and parsley. We're going to mix that up really well, and when it's all mixed, I'm going to put out a piece of plastic, spoon my compound butter on the piece of plastic, roll it up, and just twist the ends into like a little butter sausage, like a little butterwurst. And we're going to put that in the refrigerator or freezer till it gets solid. And what we're going to do later is we're going to slice that and serve it on top of our steak. The next thing we need for our steakhouse steaks is some clarified butter. And all that is butter that I microwaved, and then I spoon off the foamy top so I just have access to that pure butter oil. That beautiful yellow clarified butter. On to the next steakhouse steak step, which is your secret steakhouse steak seasoning mixture. This recipe is only known by countless thousands of ex and current steakhouse employees. But what it is a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, paprika, black pepper, and kosher salt. And I will have the exact proportions on the website, so check it out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cook these steaks on a hot grill pan. I really like these cast iron grill pans for this. So I'm going to put that over high heat for about 5 minutes to preheat it. All right, and then we're going to prep our steaks, which is the clarified butter, about a teaspoon on each steak. Remember, the steaks have been out for a half hour, so they're room temperature. So I'm going to spread the clarified butter on there. That's going to do two things. It's going to make it get a really nice sear and really nice crust when we put it on that hot cast iron grill pan, but it's also going to help the top secret steakhouse steak seasoning mix stick to the surface. All right, so we did that side, flip it over. We're going to do the other side the same way, a little bit of clarified butter. And you can do this with oil if you want, but it just doesn't have the flavor and that just delicious nuttiness of the clarified butter once it sears on there. And make sure you put enough seasoning. That's why the steaks you made last time weren't that good. Remember how you could kind of tell people were lying when you said, how is it? And they're like, oh, it's good. It's good. I like it. It's because you under-seasoned it. So don't be afraid. Good amount of seasoning. My grill is hot. We're going to lay those steaks down, and then don't touch them. I'm going to let these sear for exactly 3 minutes. Now, I'm trying to cook this right between rare and medium rare. Remember, grass-fed beef cooks faster, and it is ideally eaten a little rarer than conventional beef because it is very low fat. So for me, 3 minutes per side is just about perfect, and then we're going to let it rest with some foil on it, and it's going to continue to cook. So after 3 minutes, I'm going to flip those over. They have a just beautiful, beautiful sear on there. Again, that's that clarified butter and our seasoning mix. It's going to go 3 minutes on that side searing. All right, after the 3 minutes on that side, if you like it closer to medium, give it 1 extra minute on each side. But for me, 3 minutes was perfect on each side. I took it off, and very important, because this is going to finish the cooking. I'm going to put some foil on it, shiny side down. I'm not going to make it airtight. I want a little bit of an opening there. I don't want it to steam. And I'm just going to let that sit for exactly 5 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time to slice up my now cold beurre maitre d'hotel, or hotel butter. All right, look at how beautiful that is. All right, in an homage to the steakhouse. I'm not going to put any vegetable here, just potatoes. By the way, homage is French for homage. I'm going to put my rested steak down, spoon over a couple spoons of whatever juices leaked out. The butter goes on there. It hits that hot steak, it starts to melt. Just amazing. This would be good on any steak, but especially delicious with these grass-fed ribeyes. I'm going to cut into this. Just for me, perfect medium rare. All right, so again, 3 minutes per side for me. You like it a little more medium, cook it an extra minute or two. Look at that. Unbelievably pink, juicy, succulent. So anyway, that's my version of a steakhouse steak. Seasoning mix, really hot grill pan, clarified butter, compound butter to serve it with, also known as beurre maitre d'hotel. All right, that was kind of a big piece. Let me cut that in half. Let me try this. Oh man, that was as good as it looked. I hope you give that a try. Go to the site. The ingredients for the butter and the spice mix are there. And as always, enjoy.